Yes, indeed, Tutuzi. Many people have been skeptical, particularly African scholar Patrice Lumumba, on the relationship China has with Africa. Many people are saying that China may be economically colonizing South Africa and Africa as a whole currently. But we'll speak to the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, who's in charge of state-owned enterprises, and particularly how this will draw investment into the country, and ask him that critical question: is this relationship one-sided? Minister Pravin Gordhan, I'll start with you. Is this relationship with South Africa and China one-sided, where China only benefits?
No, absolutely not. I think if we have our national pride and understand what that means, and more particularly understand our own national interest, then we need to give meaning to what the Chinese say is win-win solutions to all the things that we do. So in as much as we have a particular export-import relationship now, it's up to us as South Africans to say we have more manufactured products that we'd like to sell. There are certain products on which we'd like you to drop your tariffs. For example, fresh fruit coming from South Africa, or wine coming from South Africa. So it's the extent to which we can assert ourselves that we can get the rebalancing going. So nobody's going to come and colonize us. We are a proud nation, and we are a proud continent as well, unless we lose our sense of leadership and we lose our sense of direction. So I think we are the beginnings of a process, and it's up to us to stand our ground, to understand our national interest, and to be able to talk to each other as equals, and take advantage of the point the Chinese make, which is that they want a viable relationship with Africa and indeed with South Africa as well.
One would question you, the minister, and say that the president said that as it stands, China is exporting more value-added products to South Africa, yet we are exporting more commodities to China. There is no win-win situation there as it currently seems.
So that's the past. Now let's talk about the new present. We've got to renegotiate things, and the future. But remember, it's the private sector in South Africa that produces things to export. So we've got to build up the private sector in its different forms and say these are products we think that the Chinese market actually wants. You can't just wake up one day and say you want to send stuff to China. So what is it in South Africa that we have? And there are many products that we have. And we've got to make sure that our competitors who come from Chile, Australia, and other places are outmatched by whatever it is that we have to offer.
So, in essence, in these bilaterals, you will be prioritizing beneficiation of South Africa's mineral resources and not only exporting them as raw materials, but as finished products.
That's just one element. There are many other things that we do. Agro-processing, for example, or we have entities like Sasol who are saying how much they export in terms of petrochemicals to this country as well. There are other products like the ones I referred to, wine, fresh fruit. I mean, why are apples from Australia, which are inferior to apples from South Africa, on the shelves of supermarkets here? What is it that we're not doing right? So I think we are in a phase where the new dawn means new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking about things, and a new assertiveness with which we operate.
Can I just ask you one cheeky question? Many people have said you're the de facto president of the country. What's your view on this, particularly the
don't worry about the economic fighters. I think they have more problems to solve of their own. I think we have a country that we need to look after, and 55 million people whose tummies we need to fill, and young people to whom we need to give jobs. Let's worry about that.
My last question to you, I know you've got a very important meeting now with the president. Are you going to be finalizing South Africa's proposals and table, the offer going to put on the table to the Chinese president this evening with this meeting you're going into with the president now?
So I think there's Minister of Trade here, the Minister of Finance here, and many other ministers here. Each of us have our responsibilities. I'm going to, in an hour's time, meet the chair of a body called SASAC. SASAC is the body that coordinates and supervises all the state-owned entities in China. So I think we have interesting lessons to learn from them as we progress our own SOEs to a better future.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pravin Gordhan. That was Minister Pravin Gordhan, the Minister of Public Enterprises in South Africa, speaking of how they are going to be fine-tuning their proposals, and also saying it's no longer going to be just South Africa exporting commodities to China, but we will, in the long run, in the new deals that will be signed, we will be exporting value-added products to China, basically saying that they are looking at issues of beneficiation, which have been largely spoken about for the past 10 years, also dismissing that allegation that many people are saying is the de facto president of South Africa, laughing around, saying that they have more issues to worry about, such as feeding the empty stomachs of South Africans, and that those who say is the de facto president of the country have their own problems to solve.
Samke, before we let you go, perhaps talk us through the agenda in terms of what to expect today there.
Well, today it's kicked off with South African business delegation breakfast with all South African business people based in China. Had their breakfast with the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, along with entities such as Business Unity South Africa, BUSA, and the Black Business Council, led by its newly elected or re-elected President Sandile Zungu. It's also going to follow with an official state visit later on this afternoon, where the South African delegation, led by President Cyril Ramaphosa, will meet the Chinese President Xi Jinping later on this evening at about 5 o'clock till the late hours of the evening.
Thank you very much to my colleague Samke.
Then tomorrow morning it will start with FOCAC.
Thanks, Samke. Thank you very much for that comprehensive update. Samke.